Alright, my name is Justin Pruitt, first year IEC, and today this is my skills lab showing how we can wire up a GFCI, sending power to multiple three-way switches and sending power to our luminaire. So first we have our black cable here, and this is a 16 gauge 2-conductor with a ground. So inside here we're going to have a black, a white, and a green. So I'm going to take this receptacle loose here and show you what we got going on inside this box. Okay, so inside here on this GFCI we have 4 screws, and our black cable, like I said, has this black, white, and green. Black is going to be our hot. That's going to be the ungrounded conductor, and that's going to land on this gold screw here. So if you look at the back of this, it's going to say line and load, designating your power coming in, which is this black cable, is going to be our line. That's our source. Load is what the power carrying out is going to be. So you got your black, your ungrounded coming in, landing on this gold screw on the line side. Also on the line side, you're going to have this white. This is your grounded neutral. That's going to land on the silver screw on your line side. Now, the ground is going to land on your green screw, and that's your grounding conductor. So what we got going in on this white cable here, this is also a 2-conductor with a ground. So also this bare copper is going to land on your ground. Your black's going to land on the gold screw, but on the load side. White, your neutral, is going to land on the silver screw on the load side. That's going to send that power coming in from the line to this first 3-way switch that we got up here. So I can go ahead and put these screws back in here. Okay, so we're going to take off this switch cover now and look at what's going on in our first 3-way switch in this. Take these screws out here so you can see the wiring on the device. Okay, so here's what we got going on in here. So you'll see we have a few wire nuts going on. So our white cable coming in off of our load side of our GFCI. Let's start with that. So on that white cable, we're also gonna have a black, a white, and a bare. So that bare wire is landing on that green screw. That's our ground. Our white is hitting a wire nut here to the white off of this blue cable. So that's our neutral. Our neutral is just tapped here. It's not touching anything on the switch. Our black, our hot, is coming over here and it's hitting this black screw. So as you see on this three-way, you have three, technically four screws, but you have three that are, two are gold and one is black. So black is what's called a constant hot in this scenario. So there's always going to be power on that black screw right there. These other two are what you call travelers. So we have the one black. So this blue cable, if you notice, it has an extra wire in it. It has, no, I'm sorry. There's no ground in there. It has a black, a red, and a white. So it's a little different than this white cable. It doesn't have that bare copper ground in it. So it has one of these blacks we're using as a traveler. And this black that's coming off the white is just jumpered to this constant hot. So you're also using the red as a traveler. So the black and the red are traveling to this next three-way. So we're gonna close that up and look at what's going on in there. Okay. So as you can see in this box so far, that same blue cable is coming in one side of this box and the white is traveling out towards our luminaire, towards our light fixture over there. Take off the switch plate cover and get the device out of the box. Okay, let's look at what we got going on here. So, you can see, we'll start with the bare copper. So you do have a bare in that blue wire, I was wrong. So you've got a bare coming out of that blue wire, blue cable, and it's hitting this wire nut that's also going to a bare copper wire in the white cable, and also an extra little jumper going to your green screw. Also off that blue cable, you got one of your blacks is landing on this gold screw. That same blue, you got a red going to the other gold. And then This black screw is going to be that constant hot again. So you've got the black just jumpered to a wire nut, going to this white cable. That's the one that only has the black, white, and the bare. There's no red in that white one, in that white cable. So that constant hot's going back in there. The whites are just tapped together again. They're just passing through. And they're both, that black and white, and one bare is going back to this luminaire here at the end of this circuit that we've built. So we'll stuff all that back in that box there. We can close it up. And this last box is our white cable, where the ground is just underneath a wire nut, that bare wire. We have the white, remember how it's landing on these silver screws inside this GFCI? It's gonna land on them silver screw, and your black, your hot, is gonna land on that gold screw. And so that's all that's going on. Once you get to your luminaire there, we'll go ahead and put it back on these screws here, and we'll start closing everything back up, putting all of our cover plates back on, and we'll test this out, see how it works. One. Seem to have lost one of my screws somewhere. That ain't good. I'll find it here in a second. Just using this Phillips head here to screw these cover plates back on. You want to be real careful not to over tighten it, because these are just plastic and you can easily break these cover plates. That's okay. You'll be, oh, I found it. Run this one in a little bit more. Okay. this last screw in, and all we got to do now is to plug this black cable into a means of power. And what we should hopefully see is a light on this GFCI indicate that we have power. So we have a green light right here showing that we have power. So we can go ahead and hit this test button. That kills power here. We'll hit reset. Now it's showing that we have power again. So if we wire this correctly, when we flip this switch, we should have power going to our light. We flip it off. It's a normal switch. Now, if we leave it on, this three-way should work as a three-way. So on, off, on, off, on, off. And that's it. There you have it.